In the golden age of American television, where heroes wore their strength with stoic pride, and adventure was just a commercial breakaway, one man stood tall among the rest: Lee Majors. With rugged good looks, a quiet charisma, and a stare that could hold its own against any storm, he became the face of action, resilience, and a certain brand of cool that defined a generation. He was the $6 million man, but his story is worth far more than that.
Hey, it's good to see you, old buddy!
Lee Majors, how the blonde Elvis Presley became a star. Born Harvey Lee Yeary on April 23, 1939, in Wyandotte, Michigan, Lee's life began with tragedy. Before his first birthday, he had lost both of his parents, his father in a steel mill accident, his mother in a car crash. Orphaned at a young age, he was adopted by relatives in Kentucky. There, in the quiet rhythms of small-town life, he developed the discipline and grit that would carry him through the trials ahead. In school, he wasn't dreaming of Hollywood. He was chasing footballs, not film roles. Lee was a natural athlete, a standout in multiple sports, eventually earning a scholarship to Indiana University and later Eastern Kentucky University, where he played college football. But an injury would change the course of his life. A severe back injury ended his dream of going pro. The field's loss was the screen's gain. With his athletic career cut short, Majors turned to acting, an unexpected pivot for a man whose early ambitions had nothing to do with the spotlight. Inspired by the success of Elvis Presley and mentored by the legendary James Dean's agent, Majors took the plunge into Hollywood. It was a slow start, bit parts and auditions, but in 1965, he landed a role that would put him on the map. Heath Barkley in the popular Western series, The Big Valley, opposite Barbara Stanwyck. It was a breakout moment. Majors played the strong, silent type with ease, a cowboy with depth, charisma, and quiet authority. Audiences noticed. So did producers. But it was in 1973 that Lee Majors stepped into the role that would define his career and catapult him into television's superstardom. He became Colonel Steve Austin in The $6 Million Man. A test pilot, nearly killed in a crash, rebuilt with bionic limbs and cutting-edge technology. "We can rebuild him," the opening narration declared, and thus a pop culture icon was born. The show was a phenomenon. Week after week, viewers tuned in to watch Majors fight crime, defeat villains, and run in slow motion with his now legendary bionic strength. But it wasn't just the gadgets or the action. It was Majors himself, his unshakable calm, his steely resolve, his ability to make science fiction feel real and human. He became the embodiment of a new kind of hero. Enhanced, yes, but grounded in decency and quiet courage. The success of The $6 Million Man turned Lee Majors into a household name. He became a merchandising titan, his image on lunchboxes, action figures, comic books. He was the face of American masculinity in the 1970s, a blend of strength, charm, and understated vulnerability. And then, in the 1980s, he reinvented himself again. In The Fall Guy, Majors played Colt Seavers, a Hollywood stuntman who moonlighted as a bounty hunter. The show blended humor, action, and self-aware charm. And once again, Majors was a hit. He even sang the show's theme song, The Unknown Stuntman, a tune that playfully acknowledged his real-life status as an icon often overshadowed by flashier stars.
I'm a ugly guy while I'm bandaging my knee. I might fall from a tall hill.
Off-screen, Major's life was just as talked about. His marriage to Farrah Fawcett, one of the most famous women in the world at the time, made them a tabloid power couple. Though their relationship ended, they remained linked in the public's imagination. Two titans of television navigating the bright, often blinding lights of fame. As the decades passed, Lee Majors never disappeared. He kept working, taking roles in TV, film, and voice acting. From Ash vs. Evil Dead to guest appearances on Community, he showed a willingness to poke fun at his own legend, while always honoring the fans who had stayed with him. Through it all, one thing remained constant. Lee Majors never tried to be anyone but himself. In an industry that thrives on reinvention, he became a star by staying grounded. Whether as a bionic man, a bounty hunter, or a cowboy, he brought a quiet intensity and genuine presence to every role. Today, Lee Majors is more than just a nostalgic figure from television's past. He is a symbol of resilience, on screen and off. A man who turned loss into strength, who walked away from football into a new and uncertain world, and who carved out a place in the hearts of millions with grace, grit, and unwavering authenticity. Lee Majors didn't just play heroes. For many, he was one.
I'd say don't do that.
Thank you for watching. If you have suggestions for our next video, feel free to share them in the comments below. We'll be sure to give you an acknowledgement for your contribution.